At the same time, by that time, chairman had developed trust in me. And with God's grace, even if I was elsewhere, out of India, it happened smoothly. My colleagues were in touch with me. By that time, mobile had come. So they were in touch with me. So, trust, complete trust. So, when we talk of trust, it is not unidirectional. So, trust of the top management on the person who is in the helm of affairs, and trust on the colleagues, trust on other stakeholders. So it take any direction. It is not unidirectional. And that is very, very important in institution building. So formalization of norms. So JK, we completed one building was ready by 2010. So chairman, so since it was university, so chancellor asked me that okay, it is done now, you can start whatever you want to start. You want to start MBA engineering, you can start in that building. I took my foot down. I can see this. I took my no, it can't be done. I can't do it unless I have blocks free of laborers, free of any kind of disturbance or noise. Number one. Number two, formalization in terms of the rules, regulations, statutes. Unless it is completed, we will not. And we didn't do. So instead of starting from 2010, we started this session from 2011. Point is that formalization, the legal aspect. See, without legal, because by that time, the act in Rajasthan, there are independent acts. Each university has an act. It was not released. So I said no, we can't do it unless we have that legal document in hand. So we didn't do it. So on one hand, it may be seen as a risk. The well, chairman may or the chancellor may be annoyed with you and well, you may be asked to go. But no, what is necessary, I have to say. And we could delay it by 1 year. And we didn't start from 2010. We started JK election, but started first session from 2011. Why? Because of the formalization. Same thing here. One of the first tasks was to formalize. So when we were in discussion, when the Western Trust had approached me, so one of the important actions I had suggested that we must have the statutes in here. So when I joined, we started working on those statutes. Groundwork was already done. Because chairman, the chancellor had, that time chairman, because he became chancellor later on, had already constituted a committee and people had, existing people had already started working on it. So after my joining, I gave it brushing touch. And we did not start this session. We could have started. I joined in June 2015. Act was released on February 2015. So we could have, from July we could have started. We didn't. Everything was in hand. Notification was already there. Gazette notification was all. I didn't start. Why? Because formalization is not complete. I don't have the approved statute in my hand. So unless we have an approved statute, we should not have it. So we didn't have it. So we again started admitting students from 2016 instead of 15. Again, what I am trying to emphasize, formalization. No shortcuts. No shortcuts. We have to complete, we have to formalize legally what we are going to do. It should be formalized. Then only we should move. Even if we have to wait for 1 year. But yes, once we have approvals in hand, so as statutes are concerned, we will not move. And we didn't do that. We received the approvals in June 2016. We started admitting from July 2016. So batches started from 16. So what I am trying to say, formalization is very important. No shortcuts. No opportunity to be given to anyone that we can do anything. No, we cannot. We have to follow the law of the land. If we respect the law of the land, institution will have stronger roots. Further, the structure should not be static. Structure of the institution, organizational structure, it should be dynamic. That means people should not be fixed that you are holding this role, you will do only this. Other person is holding this role, you are doing only this. No. It has to be as per need. Needs vary from time to time. Needs change from time to time. So what you may be doing today, you may not be doing the same thing tomorrow. Or what you may be doing in the classroom, you may not be doing the same in classroom. So one may be a great teacher, but at the same time he may be managing hospitality of the institution. We have a hospitality expert. The point is flexibility. There has to be flexibility. It should not be static. No one should get the opportunity to say, "Nahi, ye mera kaam nahi." Then we are moving towards death. If anyone has this feeling that ye mera kaam nahi hai, he or she is the misfit for the institution. He or she may be okay for an organization, but not for the institution, because institution is a vibrating organ in tune with the society. The contributions of an institution should be visible to all stakeholders. In an organization context, it may happen, organization is basic. An organization may get converted or transformed into an institution. It is like group and team. All teams are basically groups, but all groups do not get transformed into teams. So some of the groups get transformed or translated into teams. Similarly, some of the organizations get translated into institutions. So that vibrating element is very important. In tune with the environment, what is happening in the environment, what is going on in the environment. So here we talked about Center of Excellence in, say, for example, sustainable development. Why should we talk about it? Because the environment is right. It is demand of the environment. It is demand of the society. It is demand of the external bodies like United Nations. Similarly, other centers of excellence were established not to decorate our brochure, but because need is felt. So that need in the environment, sensitivity to the needs of the environment, sensitivity to the needs of the society are very essential, very important in the case of an institution. Further, organizational culture can be built by better integration of departmental functions and homogeneity of thinking among the members. Homogeneity of thinking, that's very important. So that's what I have done in all the three institutions. Nirma, I am not talking about Nirma, also I made certain development, but it was already an established institution. When I joined Nirma, I was the third full-time director. It was already an established institution, but yes, I made certain add-ons here and there. Like PhD program was introduced by me there. We had only full-time PhD. Nirma was the replica of Ahmedabad. So we had full-time PhD program. Coursework was for 2 years there. Those students were sitting with MBA students. But I introduced another one what we are having in every university. What we called it external PhD at that time. It is still more popular than before. In the case of full-time, what was happening, anyone getting any offer anywhere we would leave, and that they were all given fellowship. And that problem is faced by even IIMs. If they get a good offer, in between they leave. So whatever fellowship you have given, that is lost. Now coming to this, what I did in the, say, Prestige or JK or here, building how culture was built by integration. Always we will have regular meetings with all faculty, sitting together, discussing even small matters and taking a collective decision. Even sometimes meetings would run for 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. So it